Needed. Shout out to the NTZ crew. I hope y'all on here. Keep those wrenches handy. What times it travels and all my members, thank y'all. What's up, Dylan, Jeffrey Tatter, all my old heads, Doubtful Genius. What's up, Golden Gate? I see y'all. I really appreciate y'all stopping by today. Any new viewers and subscribers watching today, welcome. Anybody catching this on replay, the peso is 56.64. It's holding steady, man. I'm glad, too. I was worried for a minute. It got down to 55 something. I was like, what's going on, man? I hope everybody's got some type of protection, man, against that exchange rate fluctuation. You know, we always have a topic. Today's topic is quality of life should be the goal for moving us overseas, or, you know, to improve your quality of life. If you're watching this, you're probably dissatisfied with your present circumstances some kind of way, or you wouldn't be trying to leave. And we're just going to keep it simple. You know, I'm not a psychologist or anything. Wait, I think that's the winner of my drawing last night. Okay, hold on. Wait. Hey, that's the winner. That's the winner. Where's Lola? Let them in. Where's Lola?
I give them the money.
No, I gotta take their picture. Yeah. Where's Lola? Lola, go out there. Let them in. The winner. Let them in. Yeah, the winner. Okay, here. Tell her come in, and then you gotta take a picture. Take that down, because I'm on my live stream. Where's Lola's phone? Tell them come on in. Are they coming? Come on in. Is this the winner? Where's your phone? Where's your phone? Hello, thank you. I want to sit here. Where's your cell phone? Because I'm on a live stream. Hello, just sit here. I gotta get this cell phone. Okay, take her picture and get the video too. Just when she gonna take your picture and then the video to say thank you so much. Sophia, do it. I'm on my live stream. Do the picture and the video. Sorry, everybody. Yeah, that was a winner from last night. Spin wheel. What's up? I love LaChai. Yeah, we're just gonna keep it simple as far as improving your quality of life. But let's talk about. We hit 60,000, man. I want to thank everybody for that. You know, in person. I know I put it on my community page. But I wanted to tell you face to face, man. I really appreciate that. I never saw that coming. Let's keep it going. What's up, Jeffrey Tatter? Now, Booby thinks it's about, you know, it's Christmas season here. So everybody's going around curling. So I always let Booby give them the money. She thought that's what that was. What's up, Michael Jeffrey? Hey, Lax Will, what's going on? Ron Lawson, what's up? Hey, Alan Johnson. But we also talked about poverty in America, and my girlfriend was shocked about that. And remember now, I'm not comparing poverty in the Philippines and poverty in America. I was just saying that she didn't believe that people were struggling like that over in America. You know, they look at America as the land of milk and honey. What's up, Liam? Lee, what's up? Watching from San Diego, man. There's a lot of people in San Diego. And it just kind of shocked her. That's all I was saying. You know, we had our poverty over in America. In the Philippines, it's just right in your face. But there's poverty in America. And most of y'all watching this, You can go your whole life and never see it. I thought I was poor growing up on food stamps and stuff, but no, there's a deeper poverty. People sleeping outside and under bridges and everything. And, people are saying, yeah, mental health and drug addiction. Yeah, there's a lot to do with it. But if you go out there in California, man, people are living in trucks and stuff. They can't afford to rent out there. Matt, what's up, Matt? Okay, yeah, this guy's walking across America, Matt Bassett. If y'all see him over there, man, give him something to drink, something to eat, man, a few dollars. Help him on his way. He's walking through Arkansas. He says, I'm seeing a lot of poverty. Yeah, you're down there by the Mississippi Delta pretty soon. Well, not really the Mississippi Delta, but Arkansas. Well, I want to say West Memphis. Yeah. And then, I did my video yesterday about how I met my girlfriend. Not where I met her, but how. A lot of people are having trouble with these dating sites, man. I don't get it. Don't be in a hurry, though. That's all I'm saying, because I got an email from a guy. He said, yeah, I want to meet a Filipino. I said, well, get online. That's where most of us meet them. There's good women on there. You just got to be patient. But I would wait till I got over here to do that. Ross says, it takes 2 working people in the house to lead an average life nowadays. I believe you. I Love the China said, in California, we have working class poverty. In San Diego, many people commute to Mexico to save money. I don't blame you. I would probably do that same thing. I would live in Mexico and work in America. I wonder why more people don't do that. I Love the China. What's up, Confident Voice Speaks? He said 100,000 a year in California is a thing of the past. What's up, Sonia? Hi from the UK. But let's get into the topic, because I talked about it a little bit today. I was wore out, man. My quality of life had went way down in America. I was still earning good money, and, we still lived in a modern house. I had the convertible, and then I had the BMW and all of that, man. But I was unhappy. I really was. When I came here in 2018, I was anxious and depressed. It was time for me to vacate. I had been taking a break and coming over here for many years, but I knew it was time for me to vacate for good. Okay? And I was right, because my quality of life has increased tremendously. It's improved tremendously. But let's talk about what does quality of life even mean? I'm just going to give you the definition out of the dictionary. It says that quality of life refers to the general well-being of individuals and societies, encompassing various factors that contribute to a person's overall happiness and satisfaction. Saying all that to say this. If you're single and lonely now in your country, and you come to the Philippines or wherever you're going, and you find companionship and intimacy, you've improved your quality of life. See, it's that simple. W Secrets of Success says Mexico, some parts, isn't that safe for foreigners, which is the same for most Latin countries. Have you been to most Latin countries? Have you been all over Mexico to make that statement? Because right across that border, there's a 2,000-mile border or something like that between Mexico and America, or something like that. It's pretty big. There's safe areas in Mexico. Where do you think majority of the expats, American expats, live? W Secrets of Success. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying that that's the same stuff they say about the Philippines. That it's dangerous over here. You're only going to know if you go over there. Because there's certain parts over here that you don't want to go. You're not welcome. But Mexico was my first choice until I came here. What's up, Thomas Marshall? He said, Cal, as far as quality of life, what are three top things? Well, health, the physical and well-being. See, if you're over there, you're lazy. You got bad eating habits. You don't get out of the house. You're not active. And then all of a sudden you come over here and you start watching what you eat. You start losing weight. You start walking and exercising and everything. That's improving your quality of life. Okay. Your economics, Lex Will. If you're living paycheck to paycheck there, are you barely squeaking by? Then you come to a place like the Philippines. Now you're able to save money. You have more money than bills. You've improved your quality of life. And then the third, he asked for the top three as far as I'm concerned, environment. If you're leaving from a toxic environment to a place like the Philippines where I feel safe, I got access to nature. I mean, just some of the most beautiful scenery you're ever going to see. And then it also says living conditions. I live a lot better here. We own this house. Okay. Living conditions. Because people always want to talk about how much better Thailand is over the Philippines. All that's subjective, but here, this is not subjective. The air quality and the water quality is about the same. The things that's really going to affect you is about the same. Okay? I'm just saying, you can't eat Walking Street and all them fancy condominiums and stuff like that. The water you're drinking over there, the air you're breathing over there, it's about the same. Okay? In some areas, the Philippines is even better. But those are the top three. But then you talk about relationships. Remember, if you're single and lonely over there, and you come over here and you find companionship and intimacy, you go from having no sex to sex 2 to 3 times a week over here. You've improved your quality of life. This is how simple we're going to keep it. We're not going to get real deep because we're not psychologists and psychiatrists, but this is what people move overseas for. Evidently, you're dissatisfied. So if you go from dissatisfaction to satisfaction, you've improved your quality of life. See, that's what I'm saying. Jacob Chande said the struggle's real. Times are rough. Yeah, for the average man, it is. You know, that's relevant, though. You know, if you ask Oprah Winfrey, is times tough, she's going to say no. But for us in this community, yeah, you better be doing something. And a lot of people, you know, if you're stressed in your own country by the things that stress you, you working 8, 10, 12 hours a day on that damn hamster wheel. You got to come home to some ungrateful woman, arguing over politics, religion, sports all the time. Then you come over here and all that's taken away. Less stress, less worry, less arguing and confrontation, all that. You've improved your quality of life. My quality of life, guys, has improved tremendously. More than I even thought that it would. I knew I could come to the Philippines and get a break, man. But I had no idea that my life was going to change as much as it has. He said, times are bad. It's true. He said, donating 50 if you answer this correctly. Yeah. Well, remember that stress. Golden Gate says, I'm looking at new motorcycles on Concord Avenue. He says, health, wealth, and mental state. Yeah, health includes physical and mental. When you don't have your health, I mean, what do you have? See, it's easy to eat clean over here. We have a lot of bad eating habits. Eating McDonald's and Big Macs and all that stuff, man, all that fried foods. I got me an air fryer. Very seldom do I eat fried foods. It's just easy to do over here. if he answers this correctly. What do you mean? The square root of 16 is 4. But I don't need your money. Yeah, show some love. Get some thumbs up. W Secret Success said, yeah, I've been to Mexico. And I didn't say every city. Mexico isn't safe. There's a reason you see armed military personnel walking the streets. Well, that's a lot of places, though. I'm just telling you, you can't argue with me, W Secrets of Success, that most American expats live in Mexico. Okay, so something's going on good over there. Okay, that's all I'm saying. You came out and said Mexico isn't safe. You want to go back and read your comment, you can. That's any place, even in America. Some places you can't go. You could have said some places in America aren't safe. Some places in the Philippines aren't safe. But if you want to beat that high cost of living in California, that's a great idea that I Love LaChan said. You know, a lot of people are doing it. I would certainly do it. I would move in a safe area. If I lived in San Diego and I knew there was a safe area for me in Tijuana or some surrounding area, that's where I am. I'm not going to pay $2,500, $3,000 for a 1-bedroom. Hey, Confident Voice Speaks, thanks for the super chat. He said, if you're thinking about how great your life is, how positive stressors, exercise, mental stimulation, and the thought of tomorrow excites you, that's a great quality of life. Yeah, that's my goal. See, that's what I got on here. If you go from being depressed, right, to now you're cheerful, Confident Voice Speaks, even jubilant, then you've improved your quality of life. See, I got down here, you know, a lot of people, man, they're tired. We've been working a lot of hours over there for a lot of years and getting very little back. We're worn out, is what I got right here. We're weary. Now, if you can go from that to rejuvenated, to refreshed, I got restored, now you've improved your quality of life. But it takes action. It does take some action to continue to improve on your quality of life. But I can tell you one thing that's a fact. When you come to the Philippines, that stress is going to be gone no matter what. You don't have to do anything. Just get off the plane and you're going to see the atmosphere here, the environment here. It's going to you're leaving a lot of that stress behind. I'm not arguing with anybody over here. I get my pushback from over there, Americans. When the Americans get over here, I don't get pushback. Only when they're there. They're stewing in that matrix. They don't know any better. They can't see the forest for the trees. Thomas says, all good over here, man. I love it here in the Philippines. People treat me like I've always wanted to be treated as a man. You've improved your quality of life. He said, Angelo says, I'm still trying to figure it out. He says, what? I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what that word is. Are you speaking in that? He says, I guess he says, I'm indecisive here in Davao. I at least feel that way. What are you saying? I don't know that word. Same as back home in Canada. Remember, it takes some effort, Angelo. Are you working out? I mean, what are you doing other than sitting in the house? If you sit in the house, man, you know, but you can obviously say, okay, be honest. Your quality of life is improved because you got that sweet young woman laying next to you at night. That's improved your quality of life somewhat. Now when you go back home, she's not going to be there. Okay? Unless you take her with you. That's what we're talking about. We're trying to keep it simple. You got a 27-year-old woman in the prime of her life who really cares about you. Young, fresh, tender, laying next to you every night. You didn't have that in Canada. So that part of your life is improved. Now you got to work on the other stuff. Yeah, I don't know what he's saying either. Oh, invisible. Well, that's good. That's good. But I wouldn't waste my time over here. I wouldn't. And we waste a lot of time here. There's so much, man, to do in Davao. I mean, I'd be in Samal all the time. I used to always say to myself, man, the Philippines has nothing to do. It's slow. It's boring. It's not. We're boring. We're boring. We don't want to go out and take action. It's a lot of stuff to see here, man. But if you going from having sex 0 times a week, you basically masturbating, beating yourself to death, fantasizing and dreaming, watching porn and all that, to now all of a sudden you got a beautiful young woman laying next to you, taking care of all your needs. Damn it, your quality of life is improved. But guess what? Guess how you can improve your quality of life, Angelo and anybody else on here? Have some gratitude. Be thankful for your life and different things. That's on here. If you want to improve your quality of life, then almost overnight, be grateful. And then it goes from there. Another thing, it says volunteer, give back. Because we're selfish there. When I stopped drinking, man, all those people came out of the woodwork to help me get a job, to help me stay stopped from drinking. And all that, give me clothes, shoes. I had nothing when I showed up at that homeless shelter over there. When I stopped drinking and smoking, my life, my quality of life improved. But it took some work. We got to be open-minded. We have to be willing to change. Hudson Sanford. He said inflation is worldwide. It hit the Philippines. Groceries aren't cheap here, but rent is cheaper than Canada's rent. Yeah, I think that's where you save. Well, you save a lot of things, man. I've got one of the best helpers I've ever had. I've given her a raise. I gave her a 50% raise. I started out at 4,000 pesos a month. Now 6,000 per month. Okay, it's a little bit over $100 right now. But guess what? She didn't have nothing. She was sitting at home broke. So when she accepted this job, it improved her quality of life. It's a lot of things here that are cheaper. Say, for instance, okay, a massage. Let's go to that massage place today and see what. We got a new massage place here that's going to help, relax you and get rid of all that stress. You can get a massage here in the Philippines for about 300 pesos for a whole hour. When I left in 2018 at the YMCA, it was $60 for 1 hour. He said, "What's up, Cal? I'm in the house chilling." But yeah, okay, he says, "Good morning, Cal. What's up, Roger? What's up, Kevin Strong?" He said, "Facts, Cal. Oakland, California is no joke. I got robbed in broad daylight here." Yeah, if you can go from that to having no fear of being robbed. I've been coming to the Philippines on and off over 15 years. No one's ever stolen anything from me. I've never been robbed. I'm not going to knock on wood. I don't believe in that. I just feel safer here, man. That's an upgrade. I used to have to, lock my doors. I remember one time I was running an appointment. My last appointment of the day, by the way. And it was one of my best friends. It was his mother. I'd be damned if his nephew down the street wasn't watching me, thinking I'm one of them old-timey insurance guys. I don't do that anymore. He thinking I got money in my car. Because I didn't even take my briefcase in the house because I know the lady. I'm just going to go in there, sign up on Medicare Advantage, and leave. Well, hell, when I came out, my windows busted out. My front passenger windows busted out. My briefcase is gone. He didn't get anything. I just have to ride home with a busted window. But luckily, in the state of Kentucky, if you got insurance, they replace that for free. But I don't have to worry about that today. Nothing's ever been stolen from me all this time, man. Never been robbed. Never been pickpocketed. Matter of fact, I lost my phone, my iPhone, coming over here on the van in Toledo. Got all the way here, like, damn, I don't have it. I put out a reward. I got that damn phone back the same day. Ron said, Cal, what types of meat are mostly eaten there? And are there any processing done to the meat? No. That's one good thing I like about it. Now, as far as processing, do they have chicken processing plants here? I don't know, but the meat is certainly fresher. You can get the fish right out of the ocean and the seafood. Now, when it comes to, and the pork, if you eat pork, same with beef. A lot of that. Now, chicken, I really don't know. Even though they got a lot of chickens over here, I don't know if it's processed. What's up, Mike Dawsonville? He said, I can't wait. Even spending extra time with my parents will help me get there. He said, I think we're starting to explore different countries more than we've ever done before. Men are tired of the hustle and bustle of living in America. Yeah, and the stress that goes along with it. We're just tired. We're worn out, man. And it's like they want you to keep working. Now it's 70. Now you can have a full Social Security at 70. Like, really, man? They're saying that the ideal time to retire is 65 to 70. That's bullshit to me. But some people do it because they don't have nothing else to do. They're bored at home. I could find a whole lot to do besides punching that damn clock. East Cebuano says timing is very important when you take action to change. That's right. But if you're just sitting around doing nothing and then you still complaining, we're talking about quality of life, improving our quality of life, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, we're in our fourth quarter, most of us. We're talking about improving our quality of life. And if moving to the Philippines can improve my quality of life, why not? I tried everything over there. It wasn't working. Because I had to work. I was going to have to work until I was 70 if I stayed in America. I didn't want to do that. Hey, Kiss, he said, good morning, Mr. Cal. Soon I'll be in Louisville, Kentucky. You need anything? Just say what's up to the Louisville Cardinals, man. They lost football, it seemed, today. I saw where Alabama got beat. He said, Cal, go back and read my first comment. I clearly state some parts. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, W sequence of success. But some parts of every place is dangerous. Okay? I didn't miss that. I just said it. Some parts are dangerous everywhere. Some parts of Texas you can't go to. Okay? But you came right out and said that after the man said, hey, a lot of people are moving to Mexico. I mean, you know, you're smarter than that, man. You're not, I mean, that was really an elementary statement. Like some parts of Mexico aren't safe. Some parts of the damn United States are not safe. Put that in your pipe and smoke it. Some parts of Thailand is not safe. Why y'all making that place a utopia? Not realizing, y'all don't even realize that the effect that over-tourism has on that place. Why don't somebody do a video about that? The quality of the air, the quality of the water and all that goes way down. Sanitation. Y'all don't talk about that because you don't worry about that. It's not a utopia. Nowhere's a utopia. He said, I've been thinking about going to the gym since I have a lot of time now. But Jesus, it's so damn hot. Well, you know, it's mind over matter, Angelo. Remember, you're a man with a body. The only thing your body does, its only job is to carry around that magnificent mind of yours. If you saying it's too hot, I'm not going, then you're not going to go. There's nothing that your body's going to be able to do. Your body can't resist your mind. He said, yeah, beating yourself blind. Yeah, I'm just saying, you know, if you go from that to now you got a sexy young woman next to you, you know, willing to, you know, take care of that part of your life, then you've improved your quality of life. He said, smoking right now. Yeah. Aussie dog. Yeah. See, get this Aussie dog off of here. These guys, you know, if you can go from being immature like this Aussie dog guy to being mature and doing the things that grown men do, they don't hang around and trolling on people's live streams, then you've improved your quality of life. Okay? Now, don't time him out. Get rid of his ass. Yeah, boots on the ground information. Yeah, these guys are not trying to be better. They're always complaining. Your damn boss yells at you, OG. Like I said, grow up, man. Get some balls. Okay? You guys over there, you're jealous of these guys that are who have the testicular fortitude to pack everything up and look for a better life elsewhere and find it. That's all it is. You're jealous. Like I said, you beating yourself to death. That's all I'm saying. That's facts. Y'all jealous of the men who make it over here and find that new life. Yeah, he's gone. He said, any meetups this month or next? I don't know, maybe next month. You know, it takes a lot to do these meet and greets, man. You know, but I do them anyway. I'm just trying. The weather's so funny right now, Matt. That's all. He said, this man here is here to educate you, period. Listen up, everyone. It costs nothing. Right. We don't want help as men. First of all, we lie so much about our finances, our mental state, what's bothering us, why you stressed out. We hide all that. You don't want help. You just want to complain. You're so used to complaining. We're talking about improving the quality of our life, okay? They're talking about psychological impact that improving the quality of your life has on you. See how you argue with these guys over there over nothing. Now, there's somebody, a big Alabama fan, is his whole weekend's messed up now because they lost to Vanderbilt. So when he goes to work, his whole weekend's messed up. So now when he goes to work on Monday, he may call in Monday because he bet somebody and they lost. See, that's the kind of stuff I don't worry about anymore. I love the Sean says, I've had crew leaders yell at me before over nothing. Yeah, see, you don't have to put up with that when you jump off that hamster wheel. That's improving your quality of life. Because some of those guys, man, they may make $2 or $3 more per hour than you, and they give them this title. Now all of a sudden they change. Hey, Paper Lock Writer says, sending you some stash for tomorrow. 50, one of the best programs on the internet. Hey, thank you, man. I appreciate it. What's up, Jack? Tell him about improving the quality of life, Jack. And he went from that old cheating, low-life wife he had over in America. Now he's got a beautiful young wife over here that loves his dirty draws. Did that improve your quality of life, Jack? I think it did. He said, do your next meet and greet in Cebu at the Dubai Hotel rooftop in Mandawi. Yeah, man, that would be nice. I wonder how much that would cost. See, most of the time what we do, unless I have it here in St. Carlos City, it usually doesn't cost anything. When I have it here in St. Carlos City, I pay for everything. Now, renting that place up there would probably cost something. I'm not really sure. I'd have to check on that. He says, "Are in Lebanon, man. They've started something over there. I've been watching that closely here lately." Okay. And the United States is signing off on that. That's Israeli lobby is really powerful, man. It's got the United States. We're like their puppet now. Yeah, sports equals a major distraction. What's up, Kamal? He said, "That's right. Thailand got fed up and ended visa-free travel, but just reinstated it last week." Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything against Thailand, but people, the things that really affect you, Kamal, over there, they don't talk about. The sanitation, the air pollution, the water pollution that comes from living in a place that's over extended. It suffers from over tourism. Really, really bad. You got 69,000 residents and 69 million residents, Thai people, and 49 million tourists coming in and out of that place. Lex Will says, "So Cal, a forward-looking question. Will your quality of life decrease when you have to return to take advantage of your Medicare, Medicaid benefits in a few years?" At 59, I'm just trying to look ahead. Well, I'm going to cross that road when I get to it. But I just said I wasn't going to live there. I wasn't going to live out of the country full time anymore once I get my Medicare. I made that decision. But I just don't know how long I'm going to live outside. No, because, see, now I know where my oasis in the desert is. A lot of people don't know. You're wandering around in the wilderness over in America right now, France, or wherever you are. You don't know that there's an out. But when guys get on here, the YouTube and the vloggers, and we try to tell you, hey, man, this may be an out for you over here. Y'all treat us like we're journalists or something. Like we're filmmakers and all that kind of stuff. Y'all put us on we're held to a higher standard instead of what we're really here for. Just to say, hey, man, you got some options. But yeah. Now, if I bring those things back with me that I've gained over here, Lex, then it won't decrease. It won't decrease for long because I know how to get on a plane, see, and leave. He said, yeah, getting off the hamster wheel is a real freedom. It is. Jack Wolfinger said, life is amazing. I know it is. I've met you several times. I know your quality of life improved. If not, you got enough money and enough resources, you can go back home or you can go somewhere else. But your quality of life is improved just from turning over every morning, looking at that young, beautiful wife you've got. Okay, paying that low-ass rent you're paying. Now you got more money in your pocket. He said, you're correct. I left the East Coast, moved to Texas, and things got better. Yeah. But it takes action. You got to have some, you got to do it intentionally. I did. But guys don't want to do it. We're mentally lazy. And that says a lot. It all starts up here. Everything starts in your mind first. If you want to change your life, if you want to get rejuvenated, enthusiastic, it starts up here. He said, Cal, I've been evaluating possible countries to retire to since '96, when I first entered the workforce, started traveling internationally. Didn't think about Southeast Asia until the pandemic. Yeah, a lot of people didn't. And where were you going to that you missed Southeast Asia? It's looking you right in the face, but you're right. A lot of people never even thought about the Philippines or Thailand, any of those places. He says, I improved my quality of life by changing hats in every state. I'm wearing a Razorbacks now. Everyone here loves me. I'll soon buy an Ole Miss hat. Yeah, create smiles. He said, Lebanon again. It's like 1983 again. Yeah, I was there. We sat off the coast of Lebanon for 73 days. 73 days. Bombing them. You know, after those Marines were killed. He says, I like the Bayou Hotel. They have a band that plays on the weekend too. It's really a nice place. W Secrets of Success helped me to it. And it's not expensive. You'll be shocked. I like the Quest too. He said, find a few girlfriends. The more, the less issues you take. I don't know. Not over here, man. You're going to decrease your quality of life when you do that. He said, are you across the island from Bacolod? No, I'm on the same island. I'm about 2 hours on a bus through the Don Salvador Mountains from Bacolod. I'm east of Bacolod. I would say I'm east. He said, he said, stop hating on Thailand, those big snakes you mentioned in another site. Yeah. I saw that, man. The lady was in Thailand, man, a damn anaconda. I don't know how she survived. It came in her house and wrapped itself around her for 2 hours. It must not have been hungry. He said, Vanderbilt beating Alabama, shocking. It was. You know, but Alabama beat themselves. He said, Frank L. said, Thailand got smart. They knew it was going to hit those tourist dollars hard. Yeah. But not really. Not really. You know, it's more people going over there to Thailand. I mean, it just suffers from over tourism. But nobody wants to talk about that. They just want to talk about the utopia it is. He said, the best decision you will make. Nathan Peter says, if I were to guess your career, I'd say you were a what? A DI in the Marines. Am I close? No, I was in the Navy. He said, if you got to a point where you needed a nurse at home, what is the cost in your estimation in Filipino pesos? It's hard to say. You probably have to pay her salary. I would say a new nurse starting out, I think it's like 25,000 pesos. So that would probably be about $500 a month or something. He said you can't improve with the same American man. But eventually that man is going to fade away. Iberville Parish. Eventually that's going to fade away. Remember, it takes some effort. You got to do it intentionally. But if you just step off the plane from America to the Philippines, your quality of life improves because you're leaving all that stress behind. Hopefully. And we're keeping it simple. If you're single and lonely over there, Mr. Parrish, and then you come over here, now you got a companion and some intimacy, you improved your quality of life. Ask the men who've done that. They say, well, that's all I need is a woman. I got everything else. They got that, man. That's a big boost in your quality of life, man. To go from this to that in there, it's a big boost. He said, Alo LaChan said there's many vloggers who talk about their experiences as expats all over the world. I'm following my sister's footsteps. She and her husband are loving Portugal. Yeah, it's just whatever's going to work for you. But there's some reason why, Alo LaChan, that people move out of their present circumstances. They're dissatisfied some kind of way. Maybe they just want to see more of the earth. Whatever it is, it improves their quality of life. If you got more money over here, which I do, I could not live the lifestyle in America that I live in the Philippines. My quality of life is improved. I don't worry about whether or not I got enough money to pay my bills over here. I've got more money than bills. I'm not rich by any stretch. But anybody that's ever robbed Peter to pay Paul in America knows what I'm talking about. The bills just keep on coming. He said, doing the same thing, expecting a new result, a change is crazy and chaotic. Well, they call it insanity. He said, you're right, I'm out here, I'm boots on the ground. He said, does Medicare require you to live in the States? I know we'll have to be in the States when you need to use the benefits, doctors, or treatment. Well, how would they know? I keep my U.S. address. They're not going to know, as far as I'm not a citizen of the Philippines. I'm just basically on a long vacation. I still got an address there. That's where all my mail goes to. That's where Social Security, my taxes and all that is tied to, my U.S. address. I haven't given up. But yeah, you got to use it in America, but you got it as long as you're paying for it. Excuse me. He said, when you sit down and really think about what you want to do, try doing something outside the box. That's another thing that they say. Try something different. But remember, you got to take action. This is taking action. We don't want to take action. Yeah, he said, let's support anyone who leaves the U.S. regardless of the destination. Absolutely. Because all that's going to do is give you more options. Give you some more information on the options that you have. But if you go from being unhappy to finding some happiness, you've boosted your quality of life. Okay. So I said, well, what's some of the reasons people are unhappy in the matrix? Social media and comparison. We're constantly comparing ourselves to others, man. That makes you unhappy. Because you only see on Facebook and all this YouTube and social media, you only see the best of people's lives. I've got a daughter, man. She's 28 years old. She'll be 29 next month. And she's always talking about looking at her classmates. And she doesn't think she's far along as they are and all that. I said, look, you live your life. Don't worry about them. When they die, do you want to die with them? Just be happy with being yourself. She, it got to the point I told her, you need to get off Facebook, But that's one of the things that makes you unhappy. Another is the increased pressure and expectations. How many men are sick of dating because of the whole crazy, unrealistic expectations are put on you? And then society, again, here come the comparisons. I'm supposed to be successful, productive, all this high achievement. Oh, I didn't get my college degree, which means absolutely nothing. He said those ballot band boxes finally got home in Davao City after 19 weeks. I'm so excited. I'll be in Davao in December for a month. We have a lot of work to do, brother. Yeah, man, that's really good, though. It was going to take longer than that if they would have ended that port strike. So if anybody wants to send ballot band boxes anywhere, you better do it now. Because they're talking about January starting it back up again if they don't get what they want. He said, paperback writer says Vietnam 68, 69. Alvin said, the way it is here, you'd have no problem getting on a plane and going back. He said, I just want to go to Thailand for the food. It's certainly there. He says, Denise Stewart Bailey says, there's a lot of semi-retired U.S. nurses here. Yeah, I mean, if you're a nurse and you really about your business, I mean, you could be semi-retired your whole time. But once I got off the hamster wheel, I just didn't want to get back on it. I wanted my time to myself. He said, just because you get old doesn't mean you get sick. Well, yeah, you're right about that. But the chances of, that's why you buy insurance. That's why it's called insurance. Okay? If you ever need it, it's there. And you have to, unless you just got, great genes, you can't sit around eating slop sandwiches all day thinking if you're not going to get sick, because eventually it is. All that unhealthy eating and everything without exercise and all that stuff, it's going to catch up with you. He said, like a weight lifted off your shoulders. He said, just be very, very careful with your money matters. When you start meeting women over there, have a game plan in place. Yeah, man, we can talk about that all we want, man. It's not really helping. You're going to spend most of your money when you first meet them. And then you have to calm down. It's not the women, guys. I keep telling you over and over, it's us. They don't have any money to spend. They're spending your money. If you don't give it to them, they're not going to spend it. If I'm with a woman and she's always asking me for stuff and I'm always have to say no, I'm with the wrong woman over here. Filipinos, they're not going to ask you for something. But you can't mistreat a woman either. There's an unspoken agreement in place. Keep that in place. Okay? But if you were to ask her what she wanted, she couldn't tell. It's not going to be expensive. We're the ones doing that. When the brother came over here, I believe he's from LA, I can't remember, but it wasn't long ago, and he bought a $10,000 ring for the lady over here. That lady, that's his fault. Come on, man. Now he's building a house over here. See, I never told y'all this story because it doesn't make a difference. I can tell y'all 10,000 stories like that. Now he's already got the visa. He came over here one time. He's been over another time now. But after the first time, he went back and going for the visa already. Bought the woman a big $10,000 ring and all that crazy stuff, starting businesses over here and all that. Knows nothing about the Philippines, knows nothing about the culture, knows nothing about the lady. She's been with several foreigners. That's what you get, man, for not listening. Because his friend tried to tell him. The friend watches my channel. He's telling him everything not to do. He's doing everything the opposite. She says, Victoria says, be happy and lighter in the stress. If you have less stress wherever you are than what you had before in your home country, you've improved your quality of life. That's that psychological impact. See, because here's what they're talking about when it pertains to quality of life. They're talking about your health, number one. Your finances, number two. Environment, three. Social relationships and psychological impact. If all that's changed, hell, 4 out of 5, 3 out of 5 wouldn't be bad. You've boosted your quality of life. That's what we're trying to do. We're trying to live better. That's why we watch these channels and stuff. That's why we're contemplating moving out or taking a slow vacation somewhere, because we're dissatisfied. some kind of way. Imagine if you can go from being depressed to jubilant. Man, that's a big boost. Now you can't wait, because that's what happened to me. I can't wait to jump out of bed in the morning. I ain't got no choice now because Booby sleeps with us. It didn't used to be that way. But I jump out of bed in the morning, man. I'm like, wow, I'm here to see another day. I look out and see all these palm trees, coconut trees. The sun is shining. That does something for my mood, man. It gets me excited. Jacob Chanje says, my son's 28. Dan Stevens says, Calvin, you believe men should come to the Philippines with an agenda or a promise? I'd say an agenda. I would stay away from promises. Wherever you going, have an agenda. What's up, Daxus? He says, I realize that living here in Asia, I have very little to no steps. I had a good friend move here, and despite all I was doing for him, he brought me drama. Eventually, I had to cut him off. Yeah, you would know better. I didn't leave the drama and the toxic environment and the stress. I didn't leave all that behind to come over here and get it. He says, lonely as hell right now with my beer and my vodka in my house after the kids went to their mother. It hurts so much, but a 45-year-old man can't cry. Yeah, you can. So what are you going to do about it now? You going to, cry in your beer? Or are you going to do something about it? Remember, it's got to be intentional. You got to take action. He said, what is it like living in the Philippines with $5,000 a month? Well, that's a lot of money. You're certainly going to have some economic stability. I can tell you that. But I don't know you. I don't know what kind of lifestyle you would live. Do you want to live in BGC where the rent would take up half of that? It could take up half of that. I had a guy come over here from Nova Scotia, from where Angelo Habib is from. He was paying 100,000 pesos a month in Cebu. I'm like, well, it's your money, man. You can't help some people. If you're going to do that, then it's not going to take you far. But that's a lot of money over here when $3,808 is considered rich over here. $3,808 every month, not middle class and all that in America. And because guys say, oh, I can make it. I can live in Florida off of that. But you're not considered rich. You're considered rich over here by Filipino standards. And there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to live that type of lifestyle if you're bringing in that kind of money. But just like the guy said, if you bring that American thinking with you or that Western thinking with you, Edward said, Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes, Philippine Paradise is great to catch a live stream. Thank you, brother. I love LaChan said, me too, Calvin. My trip off the wheel will be a one-way trip. I don't blame you. I took a risk, man. I'm glad I did. I'd probably be dead right now. I didn't have a pension. I just had renewal income. And I knew that was going to, if everything being equal, that usually, they say lifetime renewals, but they go way down after year 10. But I did the math. I said, well, hell, I'll be getting my Social Security by then. And I jumped off, man. I'm so happy I did. Just thinking about taking a lunch break, somebody calling me up, asking me what I did today, and, just all on my back. I'm done with that. What's up, Dylan Banks from Greensboro, North Carolina? My son lives in Raleigh. He's fit in pretty good over there too. He's in the honor society. He'll be 14, man. I got about 4 more years to officially take care of him. But yeah, he's made me proud of him. Oh, okay, Daxon. He says, I meant to say I have little to no stress. Yeah. He said, just make sure that when you get here, that you don't spend like you're in America. Save that extra money so you can afford to go back if you need to. I agree. I agree 100% with that. Divine conscious efforts, home for the chosen. Say, God loves you and Jesus loves you. Be blessed. Mike Dawson said, Cal, what's a slop sandwich? Just all the stuff, the stupid stuff we eat. You know, a pig feet sandwich with extra mustard and hot sauce. That's a slop sandwich. Just, you know, the stupid shit we eat over there. What's up, Joseph Relaford? He said that ring will go right to the pawn shop. Well, he doesn't even want to listen to the man who told him, said, dude, she's already been with an Indian guy and another foreigner. She was already engaged to the Indian guy. See, I don't want that. I don't want that drama. You know, I don't want that. But we do it to ourselves. But he's already over here doing just all of that. He done spent a fortune already. I promise he hasn't known the woman 6 months. He only seen her twice. What's up, Cal? Who's that? Monito 24? Yeah, she found a sucker. But see, we don't take time to even get to know the women over here. There's good women. You know, the guy was asking me, hey, I want to find a Filipino woman, blah, blah, this, blah, blah, that. I said, well, get on the dating site. Just be careful. Because I used to tell guys, stay away from the dating site. But then it hit me. I was like, these guys, first of all, this is how they want you to meet the Filipino. This is my personal opinion. And the second is, you don't have the testicular fortitude to push up on a woman over here. Who you going to try to talk to? It's not like people tell you that when you get off the plane, they're not going to bum rush you. And you got to be careful when somebody wants to introduce you to somebody and you didn't ask. So I said, no, okay, here's what you have to do. So I just start sharing with them the ins and outs of these dating sites because that's where the women are for us. Okay, if you just, like I said, these unrealistic expectations a lot of you guys got, you got to drop that a little bit. At least get over here and get your feet wet with women. Because somebody told me, Jackson, that you had a damn piece. My buddy that was with us the other day said, yeah, he said he met her. He says, I lived here 9 months on my retirement. I worked 3 months in the U.S. Wow. Married a Filipina at age 65. My health was bad in the U.S. What's it like now? See, from going from unhealthy to healthy, that's boosting your lifestyle, your quality of life. Yeah, $10,000 ring. Because he's bringing that stuff over here. She done blew his mind some kind of way. $10,000. He's trying to impress a woman that he'll never be able to impress her. He said, you're like a rock star over there. The women will follow you as long as you're doing your part. Be a decent human being and you will be followed. Yeah, but that's the difference in meeting them. Yeah, once you find a good one, yeah, you're going to be the leader. As long as you're going somewhere, she's going to follow you. But these guys, man, we're older. We don't know how to even approach a woman. And all of these gurus you see online, man, they're lying to you. They're meeting those women online. That's the easiest off the way. You wouldn't know how to talk to a Filipino, first of all. Second of all, she's going to be so shy and bashful, she wouldn't even begin to talk to you. He says, I'm 62 in November, and have already applied for Social Security. I'm taking my money ASAP. This life is not guaranteed. I'm with you, Matt. You know, if the creek don't rise, I'll be 62 in May. And they said you can, what can you apply? 4 months prior to your 62nd birthday? Harry Schroeder said, what's the difference between a yummy 6.5 and a 7? Just being there in person. They always look better in person. Isn't that right? Absolutely. But why would you want to continue to fantasize? Because all that's going to do, these old stupid long distance relationships, is make you beat yourself harder, grip your damn nuts tighter. These long distance relationships is for suckers, man. Don't do that. Don't do it to yourself. Just come over here and meet her. Be with her. Then when you leave, okay, we're in a relationship. If I come back, then okay, we'll see. But I'm not going to make a commitment like that. I'm not going to make a commitment like that. Just come over here, unspoken agreements intact, and go from there. I wouldn't keep sending money back. You know, the guys, you know, they justify, well, we FaceTime 8 hours a day. Well, you're a damn fool. I could be doing something better than FaceTiming 8 hours a damn day. Okay, yeah, 4 months prior. Thank you, Frank. Okay, King B. Stacker says, then I got insides in the Philippines for 1,000 pesos. How much did you pay, King B. Stacker? Because it doesn't cost a lot, guys. Okay, he says, I bought my lady a $200 engagement ring, which is a lot over here. Okay? That would be, $200 would be 11,200 pesos. That's a 4-month salary here. He says, with wedding band included. She loves it. It looks expensive, but it's not. It's expensive here. Then he sized it over here for 1,000 pesos. Dash Good says, Philippines province is perfect for budget retirement. Healthcare centers are everywhere, and medications are much cheaper than the U.S. But if you want short-term visit to party, go to Thailand. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, but remember, men are so immature nowadays. I don't know many 60, 65, 70-year-old men still partying out there. It's your life. But if you want to enjoy your fourth quarter, y'all see what happened, okay, over in Thailand, right? Now, you very seldom hear about this happening in the Philippines. But the 28-year-old or 29-year-old British national hits the 58-year-old Australian, knocks him down. He hits his head on the concrete, and he dies. See, I didn't retire. I didn't come over here for that. But they're drinking and, you know, and all of that. I didn't come over here for that. See, that's why I'm not going to sit around y'all when y'all drinking, because y'all change. It's like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I don't know you anyway. I certainly don't know you when you get drunk. You know, so if you hear anything about me, it's going to be self-defense, because I'm going to keep you up off of me. You're not going to do that to me. You're not going to fuck up my retirement, man, with that foolishness and that immaturity. If you want to party, you take that shit over in Thailand and get drunk and talk crazy. They can make videos about me all they want. You walk up on me and put my life in jeopardy. It's going to be self-defense. But that's the kind of stuff. Now, here that man is Australian. He's 58, probably retired over there. Now he's dead. Because some drunk-ass, ignorant-ass fool over there, you know, wants to prove a point or whatever it is. I don't know. He says, I'm late, big bro. Who's the brother on the thumbnail? Which that's Daxon. He's on here now. He took that picture. I just put it there because we both improved our quality of life. He actually lives in Thailand. What part of Thailand you live in? Explore Quipo. Hello from Colombia. Hey, thanks for joining us, man. Are you an expat? Are you a foreigner? Are you Colombian? Because I talk about this all the time.
I want to write.
You want to write?
Yeah.
There. Wait. Here. Well, you got a pencil already?
No.
There.
Okay.
Okay. And it's like over here in the Philippines, men are losing their money, giving it away basically, no matter how much information is out there. And it's the same as that scopolamine. Why men, because you never hear about women, you only hear men. Why are men still being poisoned over there, drugged and robbed with all the information out there? Can somebody help me with that? The Everyday Alpha, what's going on? He said, long time, guys. Hey, Calvin and Sunshine Community.
What happened to your pen?
Okay, wait. That pen doesn't work. Wait. You got to ask your mother. Wait. Here, try this one. Or this one. Here, try one of them. Try one of them. Yeah, I don't get it. Will says, I'm 63 in December, and I don't have a problem meeting women anywhere in the world, Calvin. We grew up talking to women when there was no technology. Many of these guys are socially awkward. Yeah, but the problem here is, Will, is this. They're so shy, they're so bashful. And who would you talk to? Which one you going to talk to? You don't want to talk to the wrong woman. That's all I'm saying. She'll give you some signals, though, but it's just, you're going to have to go through that dating, that courting ritual over here if you do it like that. Most people, we just want to ease this out the way. So we go online where they're saying, okay, I'm looking for a foreigner. I don't mind, dealing with you because, there's some nice women online. I've never had a bad woman to come offline. Denise Stewart Bailey says, yeah, you can apply early. Then after 65, you can work and make as much as you want. That's why I do travel nurse in 3 months. Yeah. That'd be nice. Mike Dorsonville says, hey, Cal, I got a few nice Florida shirts for you in Maryland and Boobie and some of those secret deodorants in those Valley Band boxes. Oh, man. Man, thank you, brother. I still got 3 of those blades that you sent me. He sent me 2 packs of real Gillette blades. And then I went on YouTube and I seen how you can sharpen these blades. You get some hot water, then you get 1 tablespoon of salt, stir it up till it dissolves, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, and then 1 tablespoon of alcohol. And then let it set in there for 30 minutes. I did it today, man. Look at this. But thank you, Mike. Okay, Alvin says, elaborate. Tell us what we can expect when we have a friend who wants to introduce us to a Filipino. Yeah, I mean, without you asking them, they just volunteered and said, yeah, I want to introduce you to somebody over here. Well, who else has he introduced them to? There's going to be even a greater expectation there because whoever he's going with, okay, say for instance, if I was going to introduce you, Alvin, to one of Maryland's friends. Now, Maryland's friends have sat around for almost 6 years and watched us together, watched everything unfold. They're going to want at least that or more. It's just, you can't miss what you never have. I would rather meet a woman online, okay, because that's almost like having a woman that's been with a foreigner. That's just my opinion. There's just going to be a higher expectation there. And, I don't know. I would rather something like this, okay? If you coming over here and, you say you're in Cebu and you're getting your feet wet And then you may say, hey, you may try to talk to a woman and she'll say something like, no, I'm with somebody, but I've got a sister or something like that. But when somebody just comes out like your friend and says he wants to introduce you, man. See, John did me like that before, not introducing me with somebody, but he wanted me to interview somebody. Actually, 2 women. He got me good with that. See, he already knew their intentions. See, that's what I'm saying. They know their intentions. They're looking, what I don't know won't hurt me, Alvin. Let's put it like that. But John already knew that those women there's going to be men all in their inboxes, sending them money and all that. See, that was John's way of helping them. But he put me in the middle of it. And I just don't want to be in the middle of anything like that. I wouldn't dare introduce anybody, man. Okay? And if I interview a woman, it's not going to be, I'm not introducing her to my audience. I don't want to be in the middle of that. He said, based on something you've said, find a lady who's about protecting your interests and your golden. Yeah, it's just going to take a while to figure that out. But you're retired, Sam. Why are we in such of a hurry? I guess the 70-year-old guy who sent the woman 100,000 over here, I guess that was his way of trusting her, but you can do it a lot cheaper. But that didn't teach him nothing. He still kept going with the foolishness. But you'll know real quick, man, But me and Kaz was talking today. When a woman shows you who she is, believe her. When she shows you the red flags and all that stuff, you better believe her. Okay? He was telling me some stuff. I said, those are red flags, man, and you can ignore them if you want to. But let me be honest about this. Most of the women we meet, the overwhelming majority of women we meet over here are good women. If they wasn't, the Filipino landscape would be littered with our bodies. Because we stick our necks out there for them to chop it off. They just don't do it. It's not in them to do it. But you can get unlucky over here, Sam, when you rush. And that's what guys do. Or they don't listen. You got guys now that were women who's been with 4 and 5 foreigners before. Like, why would you want that? But they like what they like. Okay. He says, I live in Colombia and I'm getting married to a Colombian. What you say about the Philippines goes the same for here in South America. I'm glad. Because I thought we were special kind of fools over here. So they're giving away their life savings and everything in South America too. He said, that was when we were in the military, Cal. Harry Shoulder says, if you went outside, stood outside the door right now, how long would it be before you would be begging to come back inside out of the heat? Well, you don't want to go out there right now. You would probably about 5 minutes. Harry, right now, what's up, boo-hoo? You want to go from A to B at this time of day. Now, after around 5 o'clock until about 7 o'clock, 5 p.m. to about 7 a.m. the next day, you're good. After about 7:30, somewhere around there, the son is on his job. Okay, you're in Bangkok, okay. He said, Cal, any word on the community center? No, man, that's way out there. I just put it out there in the universe, the resource center. I haven't even a guy sent me a business plan. But I need about 6 people to really sit down face to face and kind of brainstorm, because I like to keep things simple. What times it travels, all we would have to do, we could rent a house in Cebu, a big enough house, and just have it there, or in Manila, and just have it there. Start it there. I like to keep things simple, and then just build from there. But it's certainly needed. Confident Voice speaks. I'm going to check you out in November, December when I'm on my break, bro. Grab a coffee or something. Man, that'll be good. Now, Daxon, we're coming back to Cebu. Maryland's got a doctor's appointment. So we'll be in Cebu, I believe, Monday. What's up, Elad? He said, I don't play that either. I don't drink alcohol, and I don't hang out with those who do. You won't find me in the bars. Yeah, I mean, it's sad, though, man. You know, nobody comes over here to get killed. Excuse me. You know, here this guy is. Now, this tough guy, British guy, he's 28 or 29. The Australian's 58. Okay, tough guy. Now you're going to do the rest of your life in prison, in one of them Thai prisons over there. They're going to stick a damn salami up your damn butt. They're going to give you that P. Diddy treatment. Hey, Sam, thanks for that super chat. He said, careful with intros. Sometimes it's someone that owes them money. I had an experience like that. They had an agreement to give the matchmaker half their salary. Wow. If the relationship worked out. Now, see, that's something else to look out for. Okay? Remember, a lot of the women over here who are playing those games, they already got a foreigner boyfriend. He's putting them up to that. They're more likely to have a foreigner boyfriend behind that than a Filipino boyfriend. But a lot of times the Filipino boyfriend doesn't care because, you know, he knows the money's coming in. There's a guy here like that. His woman, that's what she does. She sits on the dating site all day and fishes for men to send her money. She might flash him something every now and then. There's been men who's come over here and slept with her. And then the boyfriend has to leave the house. Well, he's a nervous damn break. He's a nervous wreck, I mean. When somebody's, you know, blowing the back out of his girlfriend, but you agreed to that. But yeah, they'll set you up, you know. But John did me like, I just didn't like it because I wasn't thinking really. But then when it all came out, you know, and that's all they wanted was money, you know, it just made me feel some kind of way. I said, I'm not going to do it anymore. He said, sometimes the good women end up becoming bad by the way we're acting, like we have no sense. It's a lot of stories that Filipinos could tell over here, but they're not going to tell. They're not going to tell them about men coming over playing games. Okay, you see for every story that we tell about the man giving away money, well, there's probably a story on the other side of the Filipino being used and exploited. But that side never gets told for some reason. It's not for me to tell it. I made one video one time about, you know, they love hard, and when you break their heart, man, they may never recover. And I was talking to Marilyn on the interview. Well, hell, she started crying because she knows it's true. She saw so much of it over here, but nobody wants to talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. I do enough to try to help men. He said, W Secrets, you would love Phuket Island. It's a lot more laid back than Pattaya in Bangkok. It's more my speed. Yeah, that's where one of them bombs went off. I want to say it was around the time of the Bali bombing. A bomb went off at Phuket, because down south is where that insurgency is and all that fighting's going on in Thailand. He said, Frank Ellis said, any expat living in Colombia needs to watch Where's West. He lived and got married in Colombia. Needless to say, things did not work out. Yeah, that Thai salami, man. They're going to get him for all them years. That's what he gets, though. Hey, thanks, Denise. She says, I would be interested in a resource center, even being a part of one. Yeah, it's a great idea. We don't have an expat resource center. We depend on our embassies, and they just don't do enough. You can't hang around the embassy if you need, have a cup of coffee and just, shoot the breeze, whatever it is, or get the type of information that only expats can give each other. I tell you one, if you ever see these backpackers walking around, they're a great source of information. They know where everything is. The low-cost eating, the low-cost accommodations. They just, they get around. They'll travel the whole country with that damn backpack on. But that resource center is just something I think we need. I think it could be real simple. You can be able to come in and get out of the heat. You bored. You come over here. You don't know anybody. Shoot a game of pool. Watch television. I just think we could easily do that. Hey, Omar. He said the next pet in full effect. He said, greetings from Alberta, Canada. Is that near you, Angelo? What's up, Craig? Jeremy Allen says, hey, brother, I was wondering, how did you make the payments for paying for your house bill? Was it all in one at the end or installments? I paid 4 installments. I call that the Filipino mortgage. And any builder that you're dealing with will let you do that. There's no way I would pay them up front anyway. Okay. It just so happened that I had a honest, the guy turned out to be honest, really honest, engineer. And that's the way I would do it. I would give them a certain amount, usually a third down. And then once they use all that up with materials and labor and they ready to continue, then you give them some more. I didn't have 20,000. Hey, Confident Voice Speaks. Thanks for that super chat. He said, Cal, the only fighting I saw in Phuket was foreigners fighting the urge of being sex pets. Yeah, that's the only type of fighting I want to see. I don't think it's any reason to be fighting. That's why we left over here, to improve our quality of life. We was doing all that over there, man. Why would you be, if your quality of life is improved over here, now you went from being unhappy to happy, from being stressed to now you're relaxing over here, from being abstinent to, just having an outstanding sex life now. Why would you be fighting somebody other than you drunk? Yeah, I made payments, King B. Stacker. Most people do. I would not pay all at once. If you pay all at once, they're going to go over. Okay, but I told the builder, Rock Engineering, I said, look, I'm going to document every block, hollow block you put in my house. So if you do me right, you're going to get business. If you don't, hey, your reputation is going to be destroyed. Well, he's a stand-up guy anyway. He did it right, man. Last I counted, I quit counting. He had 8 jobs off of me, 8 of my subscribers. Okay, because remember, I was the first job he had. He's an engineer for the city of San Carlos. He didn't have his own construction business. He only had the crew that built my house, about 10 or 11 guys. Now he's probably got about 200 employees. Okay, I mean, he ain't no joke now. What's up, Neil? He said, good day to you, Cal. What's going on? He said, we live in Naga. Okay, Naga City. Okay. Calmarine, sir. Okay, not the Naga City, Cebu. That's where my son is from. He's in Raleigh, North Carolina. And you're talking about, see, all provinces aren't the same. He lived in the mountain province. And I remember walking up there the first time because I was afraid to get on those little motorcycles. They have those little 100cc motorcycles. They're little, they're low to the ground. And I didn't want to ride them because, I mean, you go straight up like this. Well, I walked up, man. You talking about, I was the first foreigner that ever went up there, by the way. And you're talking about just a primitive life, just a real simple, primitive life. They had no CR. When I went up there, they had no running water. They still don't have running water, but they have electricity now. And I asked her, I said, well, where do y'all use the bathroom? She just pointed out in the, you know, in the jungle, in the trees. But it doesn't make me better than them. It's just the way they live. But now she went, she got married, moved to America, was working 2 jobs and built her mother a nice house up there. He said, hey, Cal, God willing, I'm returning to the Philippines in another 7 years. Come on, man. He said, I just bought a house this week. A house? What are you talking about? A hose? A house? What's up, Kev? He said, thanks, Cal, for your helpful advice and wisdom. And I appreciate it, man. He said, a lot of backpackers stay in hostels. That's as cheap as it gets. Yeah, but they'll know all the places to go. That's what they do. They travel the Philippines, man. They go everywhere. He says, are you and your family near Samar, lady? You know, that's the reason I'll be in. No. Now, Samar is a whole different island than Lady. They're right next to each other. And you got Billaron right in the middle, which is part of Lady. I've been there before. I've never been to Samar. Watch the weather over there, Jeremy. That's Typhoon Alley. That's where Typhoon Yolanda, and they just have typhoons all the time. I've got a friend from Canada. He's married. His wife is from Samar, and they've rebuilt his mother-in-law's house, I think, twice. Yeah, they built it twice. So watch that weather over there. He said, you're right, Cal. My first time coming to the Philippines, I met a British backpacker. Told me everything I need to know. I learned that a long time ago. I was coming out of the embassy. And I forgot what I asked, but this guy, I mean, he probably was rich in his country. But you know those backpackers, man, they look rough. He had all the answers. He said, Cal, I have a crew building my house. They're finishing up the flooring now. I've watched all the videos on house building in the Philippines. Yeah, I would have an engineer because I'm going to tell you why. He's going to be responsible for hiring the crew, making sure they work, because if he doesn't, it's going to come out of his profit. When you start hiring people, man, it's different. I got a friend in Cagayan de Oro, man. They're building a big, beautiful house, man, on just a nice big piece of land. Right outside, it's in Bukidnon, right outside Cagayan de Oro City. He's had to fire 3 crews. And there's only one guy left from his original crew. And, you know, because you're going to get your money's worth. You just believe it or not, if you got 1 million pesos like I did, well, that's all you got. But if you just have 1 million and you hire your own crew, man, they're going to start slowing down. Guys, they do all of that stuff. You're not even going to know. But when you got that engineer, he's coming over here. Look, we got to get this done. They built my house in 90 days on the dot. Did not go 1 peso over. That's what happens. You got organization when you got that engineer, which, you know, which would be the, what do you call it in America? Well, over here they call it engineer. The subcontractor or the contractor. No way I would build a house. Look, I'm going to tell you something, okay? And if you go back on my community page, you'll see him and his girlfriend. He's a retired teacher in America. I forgot where they live. But anyway, they built the house, man. He's already spent $2 million. It's not even done. They're living in it, though, because they don't have a choice. He wasn't here, number one. He's sending money back to the woman. She hired a crew, a local crew. Don't do that, guys. Number one, if you're going to build a house, you better be here. Number two, I would get an engineer. It's not going to cost any more than what you got. If that's all you got, that's all you got. He's going to work with that. That's why I tell you that building my house actually cost less than $1 million pesos. He made a profit. Okay, he's not going to build this house for free. Okay, I believe he built this house. It's what's on my tax papers. I think it was like 600,000 or something that's showing on my tax papers. And I believe that's what he built it for. And he got 400,000 profit. Because you're going to go over. What's up, Michael Onstad? This is our resident. Thanks for the super sticker. And I'm going to see you. I'm going to be, I saw where you're going to have your meet and greets. I want to talk to you again. I'm going to show up at the, when you're at the club, Ground Zero. I think you said the 10th, right? Because I'm going to be in Cebu. Then we're going to leave from Cebu and go to Dumaguete. I'm going to do my extension. Because I had filled out an application with him before, but I thought I was going back to America. He had me a good policy. But he's the guy you want to talk to about health insurance here. Okay? You know, I'm just telling you, you know, he's probably their top salesman, I'm sure. He helps a lot of people, man. I'm retired, but he knows what he's doing. But they've got like $1 million peso policy. That's all I need. But thank you, man. I'm going to be there. I think you said the 10th. Because what's tomorrow? The 7th? Yeah, but don't build a house unless you're here. And hire your engineer, guys. I promise you. Because the engineer, rock engineering, the guy's just a regular guy, man. He's super smart, though. Like I said, he's an engineer here. But they send him all over Southeast Asia because his specialty is like environmental systems and stuff. But anyway, he had the plan for twice as much. It's like, I don't have it, man. This is all we can afford. And he went back and redid the plans and said, okay, here, $1 million. I said, okay, good. He asked me for 1/3 down, and I gave it to him. I gave him 6,000, 6,000, 4,000, 4,000. She said, in-house financing. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I'm on Negros. I think King B. Stacker's on Lady. But you got to watch that weather in Lady, man, and especially Samar. He said, nice, Thomas. Enjoy your home when it's completed. Now, Sir Ron a lot, he comes on. He's part of the community. He lives not too far from me. He lives on the way to Escalante. I want to say Toboso. He lives in the province of Toboso. He's building his house, but he's doing it himself. Because I think he's got some type of experience doing that. You know, he's got a crew, and he's doing it himself. And he's been building on it for a while. But he sent me some pictures today. They almost finished the floor. It just takes longer, man. Andrum Selvum said, Cal, I'm going to the Philippines to see my wife. Any advice on car buying? Drew from Chicago. Well, I'll tell you what, my buddy Jack Wolfanger, I don't know if he's still on here or not. He got the deal of the century. he bought a used car from another expat. I want to say he paid 160,000 pesos for this little Kia. I believe it's a 2000. I want to say a 2009. Because, new cars here, they cost more than in America. I would, I'd say don't buy anything used, really. If you're going to buy a car back new, I don't trust anything secondhand here. But he bought his from another expat. And I mean, it rides good. It's quiet. The air works good. It needs a paint job, but that's nothing. It's really a nice little Kia. One of them, a little bitty Kia, but he only paid 160,000 for it. I couldn't believe it. He said, it's been a long process. He said, my house is a little stressful sometimes, but I just want it done at this point. Yeah, and see, that's what the guy was telling me. He said, man, you and Marilyn, y'all going to go through it, because he thought we were going to build it like that. He said, building a house is stressful. He didn't know. No, Marilyn went out and got an engineer. We didn't have no problem. I mean, it went so smooth. You couldn't have asked him for it any better than what it was. On budget, on time. And we had no problem. He never ran into a problem at all. Not one problem. They just went straight through. And I just celebrated 3 years in this house. And it's still standing. Some guy says, is it typhoon proof? Absolutely. This house was less than 2 months old. That was about 2 months old when Typhoon Odette came through here. We sustained very little damage. The only damage was that damn fence post blew up in the air and hit the front of the roof. Jeffrey Taylor says, I'll be in Samar in December. Dylan said, how do you secure your motorcycle from being stolen? Do you need to lock it up? Sorry for ignorant questions. That's not ignorant. It's inside of our wall, and it's locked. But, okay, I used to rent from an Australian here, and I was asking him about crime here, and he said, most of the crime is petty crime, where he said, you got to keep an honest man honest. Otherwise, they're not going to mess with your stuff. Now, if Marilyn would park her motorcycle outside that wall, is there a chance somebody would probably try to take it? Absolutely. But as long as it's inside of here, they're not going to bother. And that's the same with anywhere that you go. But surely you're not talking about when you go to the store. No, they're not going to steal it like that. Because these stores, every business has a security guard. Yeah, they live off the grid, most backpackers. Yeah, contractor, Denise. That's what you need over here. Don't do it by yourself, man. I mean, people do it because they think when they hire a contractor, it's going to be more expensive. It's not. It's going to cost you less. You're going to go over when you get that local crew because you don't know who to hire. He knows who to hire. Okay, and then if somebody's not working, guess what? He fires them. Okay, I didn't have a engineer on my fence. Guess what? I went over, way over. I was 45,000 in when I had to fire the guy, 45,000 pesos in. One guy quit. We had already gave him an advance. He walked off. He never came back. Luckily, her brother was able to get over here because that was during the pandemic and saved us. Okay, I didn't have an engineer for that guest house. It took the same amount of time, 3 months, to build that guest house as it did this house because I didn't have an engineer. Her brother was overlooking it, but, he can't tell those guys really what to do because they figure they're the same, and he only had 2 other guys. The engineer is going to have a full crew. Plus, he's got the connections when it's time for the roof, when it's time for the windows. and everything like that. When it's time for the electricity, when it's time for the plumbing, he's got all them connections. You ain't got to worry about that. I'd be damned if I'm going to, build a house like that. Neil Davis says, Cal, you can get a used car. He said, you can get used cars. Like I bought a 2015 Toyota for $5,000 cash. And that was 2.5 years ago. Yeah. See, Jack got lucky too. He was fortunate too, Neil. He said, new cars over there, you don't pay as much as taxes on a new car. Okay. 10 years old, is that what you're saying? Yeah, when you have a house that's paid for, it is awesome, man. I just always wanted to experience that. I lost my house, man, going through my divorce. And I said I was going to build me a house. That was my number one goal when I came over in 2018. I had the money. Long before my channel, I had $17,000 on my debit card. I had about $4,000 in cash in my pocket. But I wasn't gonna spend all of it. I was gonna spend about 10 or 12,000. Okay, because her family had about 100 square meter lot up in Cebu land, right above Dumagetti. But hell, they couldn't fathom the thought of spending that kind of money on a house. And I was like, well, how much are we supposed to spend? My mother said 100 or 150,000. I'm like, what? It never got built, man. We end up going to Boracay, all those places, I end up spending the money, basically, about 5,000. He said, we went through Deca homes. It's not a big square meter, but it teaches you to minimize your lifestyle, but only did a 5-year loan. Yeah, Deca homes, and then there's another one, Camilla homes. It's just hard to sell those homes when it's time to sell them. I did a video on Pumpkin Joe Philippine Experience, his house. He still hasn't sold it. They're expensive, man, for, it's a small lot and it's basically a small house, but they're expensive. Okay, I'll give you an example. Okay, you dirty puppy. He built a house in the fancy subdivision, South Villa 2. Okay, he built 160 square meter house. It's a big house up and down. I did a video on it. Okay, for in between 5 and 6 million. Well, that's what Pumpkin Joe wants for his house. But his house is, I believe it's an 80 square meter lot with a 65 square meter house. But it's in that gated community and all of that, right? But you dirty puppy has a 170 square meter lot and he built a 160 square meter house. See, that's what you can get if you're going to build your own house. You get more. You get much more. I wouldn't buy a house that's already completed. He said, you're winning big time. I only have windows and doors left. That damn roof was expensive as hell. I lost my house after my divorce too, and that was hard on me. See, my roof cost $600 US. It cost about, at that time, it was 50 pesos to the dollar. So it cost about 30,000 for that roof. That's not bad, man. I'm almost sure that's what they cost. Because you got to realize, I built this guest house for about $5,500. Okay, that's almost as big as those condominiums I stay in when I go to Cebu and different places. You put 5 more square meters on that, make it 20 square meters. Now you got you really a condominium. Okay, for what? just a fraction. Man, condominiums are so expensive, man. Yeah, he said it's going to be a hard sell for 5 to 6 million. Somebody came forward. I don't know how serious they was. And they said, well, I'll give him $1 million pesos down and I'll give him 50,000 a month. Well, you know, Pumpkin Joe didn't want to do that. I would have did that, but it's not my house. He said, do you keep in touch with that big man from the hospital? No, because, you know, he was, you know, we just don't, man. He turned against me for some reason. You got to talk to him. I don't know. I didn't do anything to him. I tried to help him as I would try to help anybody. No, I don't keep up with him. Hey, Robert Morris, thanks for that super chat. He said, here's to the 60,000. I'll have to watch the replay. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, I hit 60,000, which I wanted to hit it this week. I kept playing around with it. And I never saw that coming, man. I mean, I was just so happy to hit 1,000, Robert. People don't understand. And then, you know, when I hit the 1,000, YouTube hit me over the head and said, well, you got to have 4,000 watch time hours. That's the beast right there. So that's why I never take this for granted, man. I do not take this for granted. I know how hard it is. And just like people turn you on, they can turn you off. This is your channel. Any channel that you're watching, the success is because of you, not them. It trips me out when I see these people. It's people here that act like the celebrities for real. They don't want you to approach them. You know, it's different with me, man. I don't mind. You can come over and eat dinner with me at my table if you're here in St. Carlos City. I stay in the guest house. I did that on purpose, man, because I don't take it for granted. I'm just like everybody else. Yeah, thanks, King B and Thomas. Yeah, it is a big, it is a big accomplishment, man. When you think about it, it's not easy. And people try to shame you, you know, like, oh, you need YouTube to earn money. You know, we talk about this all the time. I'm like, yeah, grow up. Grow up. I didn't make the rules, okay? And you're not going to shame me. I'm thankful that my YouTube channel is monetized in order for me to stay off that hamster wheel. Otherwise, I'd be on the hamster wheel. But they try to twist it. They try to say, oh, you're only on here for the money. Like the content I make is bullshit. It's not true. Mr. Beast earned 87 million in 1 year. There was a little black guy just left her. There's no telling how much money he earns. He's got, what, 30 million subscribers? You know, so why y'all want to fool with us, the little guys? But I'm real thankful, man. He said, how many watch time hours do you have now, Cal? I don't know. I average about 40,000 a month. You know, when people, you know, I've got like 2,500 videos now. So they're watching videos from a long time ago. And then, of course, my new videos. But the reason it's so hard, I love the challenge, because nobody's watching you. See, people are watching me now, but when you start out, nobody's watching you. They don't even know you're on YouTube. That's why it takes so long to get that. They have to watch you around the clock. See, now some people are getting it quicker now because if you click on the Philippines, a lot of new channels are going to come up. It wasn't like that when I started. I was just very fortunate. Timing was everything. It had a lot to do with it. And then I was ready. When YouTube put me out there, I already had 200 videos. That's why I tell guys, make videos. If you're going to be on YouTube and, you know, you're trying to get established and gain some traction, then you got to make videos, even when nobody's watching. So when people start watching, you got a library they can go to. Otherwise, they're not going to come back. He said, get real. Everybody on YouTube is in it for the money. Right. I don't know why they, that's the craziest thing I've ever seen. But you only see that kind of pettiness and immaturity over here in the Philippines. You know, because the other guy over there, he said he took his channel down to prove to his viewers that he didn't need the money. Well, I need it. I'm not taking my channel down to prove to a bunch of strangers who could care less whether I live or die that I need the YouTube money or not. I don't believe it, and it's his business. But that's the kind of crazy stuff that's going on out here, man. It doesn't make sense to me. You should be happy for that. He said, why would you do YouTube if you didn't want to get money? Right. Nobody's turning that money down. The only people who say that aren't earning any money, or they're earning very little, but I don't get it. Yeah, they wouldn't say that to the P or any of them. Like I said, there was a little black guy just left where I love the China. He's got 30 million subscribers. Imagine how much money he must be earning from YouTube. If Mr. Beast is earning 87 million, he's just the top of the food chain. But it's people earning 40 million, 25 million on YouTube. But they'll come over here and try to, you know, beat you down for 2,500 or 3,000 you're earning. It's because they're jealous, man. I can't, it's very immature. And it just, it baffles me that people do that kind of stuff. It really is. Confident Voice Speak says, yeah, there's a lot of YouTubers that say they don't need it as income, but do videos every day. Yeah, why they're trying to shame me, but they're earning YouTube a lot of money. When you make those videos, stupid, why would you make them for free? I didn't work for free, and neither are you. Imagine somebody going on your job and say, yeah, I told them keep my paycheck. I don't need it. You never do that. Yeah, he said haters gonna hate. It's crazy, man. No, I don't explain to anybody, but I'm transparent. I want to tell you guys what I go through. I don't know about anybody else. You got to realize, man, somebody like me, I was talking about this yesterday on my members only live stream. They tried to get rid of me on YouTube. Okay. They tried to levy some real serious charges against me. So I never really go into it real deep. Human trafficking and exploiting Filipino women, it don't get any more serious than that. Okay. They didn't just accuse me of it. They filed charges against me. I'm the only YouTuber that's ever went through that over here, where I had to go before the NBI, which is the FBI here, and immigration. It goes beyond hate. Yeah, haters gonna hate. They don't want somebody on here telling the truth. Even the regular guy didn't go through that. They just accused him of it and making videos and stuff. These people wanted me off the scene. They wasn't playing, okay? So I'm just want to let y'all know there's some sick people out here, man. But I know how important it is for me to be on here. And so I said, I haven't done anything wrong. And I went there and I walked through that. But who else have you ever, imagine my channel, imagine how tame my content is really compared to some of this other stuff that's out here. But they wanted me gone. And that's why I stick around. Yeah, they wanted me gone. Okay? Because it don't get no serious than that. Not over here. That's why the Filipino authorities had to answer those allegations. They couldn't let it go. He said, no weapon of form against you shall prosper, Brother Cal. Yeah. He said, Mr. Beast turned down $1 billion for his YouTube channel. Think about that, $1 billion. Thank you, King B Stacker. And you got these suckers on here trying to shame somebody for having a YouTube channel. And they're bragging about, oh, I don't need it. I got this, I got that. Shut up. You sound stupid. Yeah, he said, guys, you have doctors stop working in hospitals and take it to YouTube. The money's off the charts. I follow some of these guys. $1 billion. Yeah, those are the guys they should be, fooling with. He said, real life conversation is what people really want. I don't care how much your budget is. It's just crazy, okay? He said, Mr. Beast in 2023, Jimmy Donaldson, also known as Mr. Beast, was estimated to have earned $82 million. He has over 97 million subscribers. Now, he's got more than that now.
I asked them to get...
Okay, get it. Okay, actually, he's got over 200 million subscribers now, Mr. Beast. Does he know how to...
Yeah, I asked him.
Yeah, crabs in the bucket syndrome. It's crazy, though. I mean, but you only run into that in the Philippines. Remember I told you some crazy... It's a different type of expat that comes over here. They're arguing about that stupid stuff. Yeah, he's the most subscribed YouTuber. He said, what does he do on his channel? Just stuff for little kids. Now he's coming under fire because they're saying that one of the people he was working with, they grooming little kids. And I mean, he does all kind of stuff. He took some money and built a whole village, a whole neighborhood of houses. But he's got that kind of money to do that. And sponsorships and stuff like that. He's got, right now, the last video I saw of him, he's got, I think, 10 sets of identical twins. They're competing for $250,000 and all that kind of stuff. Crazy. Hey, Tyler Puckett, he says, I just found your channel. Keep doing your thing. I'm a 47-year-old, black man and moved to Vietnam. The best decision I made in my life. I found a wonderful Vietnamese woman. That's what we're talking about. Honestly, your quality of life improved, right? This is what we're trying to do. We're not trying to come over here and argue and fight. Rest in peace to the Australian got killed. Man, this guy's, just chilling. I think it was in Patio. I heard it on Asia. You know that new channel that Alex from Living in Abroad got. He was telling the story. But you can Google it. And it'll come up. Man got killed. But, it runs the gamut, man. You got people earning $1 million a year. You got people like, okay, what's the name? What was it? The good attorney? What's that guy's name that comes on here? He showed his money. He showed it from YouTube, Patreon, and some other place. Man, this guy was earning almost over $100,000 a month. The lead attorney is his name. He just being transparent. He said, I want to show you what I'm earning. And they want to get on me and others over in the Philippines for the money that we earn. Man, I'm not even on the radar, man. I believe the last thing YouTube sent me, I was rated the 10,000th YouTuber in the Philippines. Imagine that. That was my rank. Yeah, the lead attorney. Yeah, he put it out there. He's probably earning more now. But it's big money. I'm talking about it's so big. One time there was a guy, he's a big YouTuber, right? He used he's a whole lot. He basically took my video and put it on his channel and made a few remarks. Well, I really wasn't trying to, give him a copyright strike. But once I found out how to do it, I said, well, let me see. And I put, because you have to put in where your work starts, where it stops, from what video, where it starts, where it stops. And don't you know, man, they gave him a copyright strike. He hurried up and emailed me and said, oh, man, I didn't mean any harm. I respect your work, this and that, right? I withdrew it because I said I wasn't trying to do that. I just wanted to see if it worked, and it did. He was grateful, man, because he's big. He got like 2 or 3 big channels. Probably altogether close to anywhere from 500,000 to 1 million subscribers. He said the dude on auto auction rebuilds was earning 65,000 per month. Yeah. I mean, that's big money. Yeah, he said, Cal, you're a small fry compared to a lot of these channels. Man, look, okay, all you got to do is look at my numbers compared to the other YouTubers over here, and you'll get an idea of how much they're earning, okay? But they don't get any flack. They tried to get rid of me, okay? If you look at my numbers, okay, then you look, okay, man, let's take Filipino P. She's the top. She's at the top over here, right? So look at her numbers and look at mine. And then if I'm earning $2,500 a month, okay, all you got to do is simple math to see how much she's earning. I'm not pocket watching. I'm just telling you, why do people come after me? They come hard after me, man. You know, but I can take it. I'm built different, man. You know, I come from nothing. They can't bother me. But I'm just saying, you know, and plus, I'm not a woman. Some of these women on YouTube, they don't get a lot of numbers. Some of the Filipino bloggers over here, they don't get a lot of numbers, but boy, they get a lot of PayPal and all the rest of that stuff, okay? They're getting the bag, but they come after me. Hey, Jay, he said, thanks for being a voice of truth. I'm thinking about buying a condo in Makati. I need some advice on the process. Can you point me in the right direction? Yeah, I would say, wait till you get over here. I would look around. I would wait till I got over here and I'd look around. Because, believe it or not, you can go into any mall and they're going to be selling condominiums in the lobby. Or a lot of people are trying to sell their condominiums, Jay. You could probably get a better price buying a used condominium. That's what I would do. Because it's not easy. You remember, it's not hard, I mean. Everything's in English over here. Yeah, she's getting over 100,000 regular. Yeah, she's at the top of the heap, yeah. She's probably earning more than that. So imagine being in the Philippines, you're earning that kind of money. Oh, that's a lot of money, okay? I don't pocket watch. I'm just saying, you know, they got, okay, I'm afraid, see, I'm pretty sure that some of the sponsorships I was offered were real, but I won't touch them. First of all, I don't have the right visa, but I don't want somebody snatching my channel because they're doing that over here. They're doing that all over YouTube. They'll send you this bogus contract, and when you click on it, they take control of your channel. So I ain't got time for that. King B said, guys, advertising budgets are the source of the income. Companies have to spend the money or the government gets it in taxes. Might as well spend the money to try and make more money. He said that type of thing, drinking and fighting, typically only happens in patio, where some people go and lose themselves and forget where they are. You don't find the brothers carrying on this way. He said the true girls, yeah, that's a whole other story. I just wish they would have. They're still getting money because they're still on there every week. Okay. But I kind of overestimated them. I thought they were going to take that and run with it, but they didn't. Yeah, because they got that box, see? That's what they got. Yeah, the women are dressing sexy and getting lots of donations. And I don't blame them, though. I mean, I'm not knocking them. I don't pocket watch. I'm just telling you that we're scrutinized over here in the Philippines, man, far beyond anything. Imagine, you know, what they want you off YouTube. They're going to lobby those charges against you, man. Are they doing that anywhere else, man? What would make grown men do that? We're so immature. He said the U.S. audience pay more than Filipino audience. Yeah, a whole lot more. Yeah, because you're buying stuff over there. The AdSense, they don't just run those ads for nothing. They're hoping people click on them and buy something. He said, why do you prefer the Philippines over Thailand and Vietnam? Probably because I just came here first. It's not that I really prefer. It's just that I found everything I needed. And if it ain't broke, don't break it. I'm pretty sure I could make it and thrive in Thailand and Vietnam the same. But I've been over here long enough to know that my quality of life has increased dramatically. So I'm saying, you know, why even chance it? It's good to know that Thailand and Vietnam is out there, and Cambodia and Indonesia, if I want to go that route. But really, I only had the Philippines in my sights when I started coming over in 2009. I didn't even know Thailand was there. I was focused on the Philippines. I knew Vietnam, but I didn't know Thailand was there. I didn't. So when I came here, everything was here for me. It's worked out for me, so I stayed. A lot of people, they have more information on Thailand now, so they come to the Philippines and then they say, "Oh, let me try Thailand," and they end up liking Thailand better. But they don't own a house, they don't have children. I got a little daughter in there that makes it almost impossible for me to leave unless I'm going to take her with me. But I just like it here, man. You know. Remember the environment. My living conditions are better. I feel safer. I've got access to just nature that you wouldn't believe. There's a volcano 45 minutes from me. The waterfall's 30 minutes away. There's a small island right across. That's why I love the Philippines, you know. He said it depends on the type of audience the P has, but she has mostly Western men. She probably has some Philippine, but not a lot. Hey, JJ, thanks for that super sticker. I'm just saying, why would anybody even worry her about how much she earns, or anybody really, on YouTube? Well, what would make people do that other than jealousy? When it's clearly, you can clearly see that there's people way up there that we would never reach. Yeah, the lead attorney. That's the one I was talking about. He said things are getting expensive here in the Philippines, different 5 years ago. Yeah, but still, it's still a whole lot less than even Louisville, Kentucky, where I'm from. What's this? PP Conroy. I always remind people that when I came here in 2018, and it's 2018, in December to be 6 years, my rent was $900 per month. It was getting ready to go up to $940 per month. When I moved to San Carlos City, my rent was about $200. So that's $700 that I'm getting free every month. And it's up to you to do something with it. Okay? But you have to know where your money's going to go further. The food is not much, you're not going to get much savings in the grocery store. But if you go to that market, you can buy just what you need. The seafood is certainly cheaper, man. You're talking about the top of the line shrimp or fish here, probably going to cost you about $4 a pound, which would be, they sell it in kilos. What's that, 2.2 pounds for about 400 kilos. You just got to know where your money's going to go further, and then watch that exchange rate, and when it's favorable, to make those big purchases and stuff. But man, it's a whole lot less to live in the Philippines than it is in America. He said, hey, Cal, what's the best way to control the Filipinos' tempo? I just don't put up with it. But that's part of their culture. I would just leave and go somewhere and come back. I don't deal with it. I've never dealt with it. If I did, I didn't recognize it. Because they'll still have the tempo and still do everything else that they're supposed to do. You know, they just won't talk to you. They just, you know, it's just like pouting in America. Well, you know how you pout, you get mad, you won't say anything. Yeah, that's time now where you can go out and hang with the boys if you want. He said, I started talking to a woman online and she has tempo bad sometimes. Well, see, she's showing you who she is. First of all, I wouldn't deal with that. I wouldn't deal with that, especially when you're not living with her. You're not really with her. You're just conversating with her and you're sending money to her. I wouldn't put up with that. Crazy. You're putting up with tempo online? Man, come on, man. You're kidding me, right? He said, how long it took to fully move there after your first trip? Well, see, I wasn't Mary. I wasn't old enough to retire. When I first came to the Philippines, I was 45 years old, about to turn 46. So I couldn't retire. I came here for 9 years before I finally moved here. I'm not saying it should take you that long. It just depends on your situation. That's why a lot of guys end up taking the woman that they meet back to their country. They don't have a choice. The relationship works out. They can't retire over here. And they want to be with her, so they bring her along. But believe it or not, it doesn't take a whole lot to move to the Philippines because everything's set up for you over here already. So many expats over here already. All this information out here. You just got to make sure you have the money, your health, your money, a plan. You know, where you going to live? What happened? What's that? Oh, so what'd you give him? How much you give him?
The change, how much? And then I'm gonna do.
No, that's 1115.
I know.
So how much did you give him?
I'll give this.
200?
No, this 100 and the rest.
Okay. Yeah, that's our gas oil. Our driver, for some reason, is not showing up, so we had a hard tricycle driver to do it. But no, even Thailand, we made it so easy for guys coming behind us as far as making the move. Now, as far as dating, that's a whole different story. But it doesn't take a whole lot. You know, people speak English. A lot of people can speak English. They don't, but they can. All the signage is in English. That's what that expat, the unofficial expat resource center would do. A guy could get off the plane and check into that resource center and find out everything he needs to know about, you know, vacationing here, slow vacationing here, living here. Otherwise, it's just, you know, YouTube videos. And, you know, when you come over here, you may run into some expats at the bar, at the restaurant or something. She said, the van piece of paradise, that's what's around you. Yeah, I love it here. You know, you can say what you want to say. Philippines doesn't suffer from over-tourism. You can go places. There's no foreigners there. There's nobody there. Y'all saw my videos in Glen, man. I'm in the southern tip of the Philippines, not where the bad guys are, not South Sulu Sea. I'm in the southern tip of the Philippines. That's real white sand down there. There's nobody there. As a matter of fact, we were the only ones on the resort for that one night. Yeah, he said if she got tempo online, yeah, forget about it. It's crazy. Jarvis Jones said, hey, Cal, what's up, man? Shout out to you from Missouri, home of the world champion Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, I used to be contracted with Essence Healthcare. I'm pretty sure you've seen commercials and stuff now with the Medicare going on. I had an FMO contract with them when they were in Kentucky. You know, I could have followed them to St. Louis. That's where their headquarters is. I didn't go. I was stupid. He said, please tell us about the benefits of living in the Philippines on your mental health versus in America. See, that's what we're talking about today. The psychological impact is less stress over here. We don't have to work over here. The people who come here. There's no arguing, there's no fighting that you do in America. We love to argue in America about anything, especially sports, politics, and religion. You eat better over here as far as I'm concerned. I'm not talking about the food is better. You eat better. It's easy to eat clean over here. And if you're lonely over there, now you got companionship here. It's a win-win situation. Being lonely, man, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. But yeah, from the moment you get off the plane, the one thing that's immediate is less stress and worry. It's gone. It's like the weight of the world off your shoulder. And you're welcome here. You know, the environment, you feel safer. I feel safer here. Yeah, Cassius Clay. He said, his channel rocks. Always great conversations here. Good job, Cal. Hey, thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Yeah, he said English language Philippines has a huge advantage over Thailand and Vietnam. Whatever, you know, people always talk about the modern infrastructure in Thailand. Okay, you can't eat the infrastructure. That water you're drinking and the water that you're drinking over here is about the same. The air that you're breathing is the same over here. But why always compare Philippines and Thailand? If you found what you're looking for in Thailand, okay, we applaud you. Why put the Philippines down and say, oh, Thailand's better than the Philippines? Well, the United States is better than Thailand. It's all subjective. I've been to Rio de Janeiro, Brazil. It's better than Thailand, in my opinion. Do I like Thailand? Absolutely. But y'all beating it to death. It's not a utopia. More expats die in Thailand than anywhere else. Maybe because there's so many there, but the expat suicide rate is higher in Thailand than anywhere else. So, you know, it's wherever you find your paradise, man, you know. But you're not going to upset me by saying that the Thailand's better than the Philippines. Well, I'm not going to argue with you about that, but that's the kind of stuff we argue about as Westerners. It doesn't make sense at all to me. Keep that stuff over there. I'm happy for you wherever you are. I'm not going to sit here and keep on. I'm not Filipino now. If I was a Filipino, maybe I would stand up and argue with you about that. I'm just over here living my best life. He said, I just rented an apartment in Columbus, Ohio. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bath. Wow, $1,283 a month? Wow. He said, I'll be in the Philippines in November. I had to get this place for my kids so I can get back to paradise. Wow. Now, you couldn't rent anything for that amount in San Carlos City. That's too high. That would be over 70,000 pesos a month. That'd be a mansion. That mansion I always walk by when I do my videos in Center Mall. You could probably rent that to 70,000. Harry Shoulder says, if you're waiting inside like that for the heat to subside, you really need an inside hobby and some space to move around. Well, not really, because there's other things to do. Harry Shoulders, go to the beach, go swimming, go to the mall, go to the movies. You don't have to sit around inside your house. Hey, thanks, Jaron. Young for the super chat. He says, I'm not down with that Tampo Big Shirley engine. Yeah, me either. I don't deal with it. And I tell any woman I've ever dealt with from the beginning, I don't deal with it. It's childish. Maybe I have. I just didn't recognize it. I don't deal with that. Give me time. I can go somewhere now. He said, Herbie Shoulders, didn't you say you married the same one twice? He did. He said, did you guys see the floods in Thailand? They were evacuating the elephants. Yeah, I see it all the time. Their monsoon season pretty bad in Pattaya. He said, Denny's, IHOP, Walmart, Bank of America, Manila's like America, but cheaper. Yeah, you can find, your paradise anywhere. That's all subjective. I won't argue with anybody about it. I'm living my best life, have been living my best life for some years now. I wouldn't trade it in, but I'm going to thrive no matter where I go. Because wherever you go, you take yourself with you. You might as well sit down somewhere and work on yourself. Gilbert Lee said, Calvin, I was there in July for the first time this year. You were right. My stress level was 0. Look, man, I'm going to tell you something. I'm a chronic nail biter and even bite my skin. When I'm in the Philippines, I don't do it because I'm not stressed. And then I've got a stress reliever in there. Okay? A real stress reliever. He said, I don't care about the infrastructure. I care about her structure. Yeah. See, but, we just like to compare. That's what it says right here. And why are people so unhappy? I'll put that in Google. Social media and constant comparison. I don't give a damn. He said, Harry is in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. But thank y'all, man. I got to get off here. I appreciate your super chat, super stickers, all your support. Thank y'all for that 60,000, man. Let's go to 70 now. And then on to 100. But whenever y'all over here around San Carlos City, if you need a place to stay, man, something to eat, stop by here, man. This is how my channel differs from everybody else. I'm just a regular guy. I have a real community. Okay, I'm not selling dreams. I'm selling reality is what I'm selling. Okay. We'll be in Cebu for a couple of days this week. Maryland's got a doctor's appointment. Then we're heading on over to Dumaguete so I can do my extension. I could do it in Cebu, but I don't know. I'm comfortable in Dumaguete. Then we'll just come back on around to San Carlos City. But take care, everybody. If y'all in Cebu, let me know, man. And we can, go out and get a cup of coffee. I'm certainly going to take Maryland to the Brown Cup and eat breakfast. They got a good breakfast for about $2.25. You get, either, they got several. I had Spam and eggs and waffles, man. It was good. Take care, everybody. Don't do anything stupid.